This episode has everything: quiet intimacy, moral confusion, alien control, and a woman slowly realizing she might be losing herself. Not massages, omelets, or alien romance. Well, okay, maybe a little bit of that, but this episode pushes Pluribus into its most unsettling territory yet. We're nearing the end of the season, and this penultimate episode asks some dangerous questions about comfort, consent, and control. So, let's break it all down. And before we jump in, if this breakdown makes you even half as happy as someone who just joined the channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let's go! Manny continues to be one of the most stubbornly human characters in the entire show. After nearly dying in the Darien Gap, one of the most brutal places on Earth, he wakes up from surgery and immediately wants to pay his bill, not to the joined, but to the people who were being controlled. That detail matters. This isn't new behavior for him. We've seen Manny do this before, leaving apology notes, paying for stolen gas, trying to restore balance wherever he can. He truly believes the world can still be put back the way it was. He learns he's now in below Panama, meaning he's crossed the most dangerous part of his journey. On paper, getting to New Mexico should be simple, a few days of nonstop driving, but Manny refuses help. He's injured, alone, and deliberately avoiding the joint. That means scavenging food, sleeping in churches, stealing fuel, just like before. This journey will take far longer, and that feels intentional. Manny isn't racing forward, he's clinging backward. One small but disturbing background detail: a nurse casually drinking HDP, human-derived protein. The world has already normalized something horrifying. Manny being saved raises a massive ethical question. The joined constantly talk about consent, about what they won't do without permission, but Manny never consented to being taken or healed. So what's the rule? If your life is in danger, do they get full control? If so, is consent just a performance? This mirrors what Zosa once said about Carol, comparing her immunity to someone drowning. And if that logic holds, wouldn't the joined feel justified in saving Carol whether she wants it or not? By the end of Manny's arc here, he's just 31 kilometers from the US border. Zosa receives a message that Carol will soon have a visitor. You can feel what's coming. After weeks of total isolation, so extreme that Carol didn't even react to a firework exploding near her face, she finally reunites with the joined. And it works, not because she's forced her, but because she's lonely. Zosa reminds us early on that while she looks human, she isn't. Free, she's part of something larger, a hive. Carol can't even play board games with her. What's the point when Zosa has access to all human knowledge? When Zosa offers to bring Carol's cousin Henry to visit, Carol shuts it down instantly. Because the truth is brutal. Henry doesn't exist anymore. Not as a person who can choose. The illusion becomes even clearer when the joined rebuild the diner where Carol wrote her first book, brick by brick. Even her favorite waitress is there. And when Carol suddenly leaves, the cars outside freeze. That moment tells you everything. This isn't a gift, it's a set. Carol calls it out directly. She knows this world is designed to soften her resistance, and Zosa doesn't deny it. She simply says, "We know you won't give up." Carol holds firm until Zosa kisses her. This matters because we've already learned the joined don't need consent for physical contact. Saliva was how this all began. After the kiss, Carol changes. She starts writing again. She reshapes her story. She allows herself to imagine a future with Zosa, emotionally, physically. And that's terrifying because we still don't fully understand Zosa. The episode never clearly explains what happened after Zosa's cardiac arrest, but clues are everywhere. The nurse refers to her as she, not we. The joined rush her away from Carol. Pronouns suddenly matter again. My theory, Zosa was briefly disconnected from the hive and chose to return. That choice aligns perfectly with what we later learn about her past. A childhood marked by poverty, scars across her back, a life full of pain. Why would she want to go back to that when the hive offers relief? The AED that restarted her heart sent an electrical pulse, and we know the joined communicate through electric charge. That interference may have temporarily broken her connection. Which makes Zosa the most dangerous proof of all, someone who lived both lives and chose the hive. Carol learns more about the joined than ever before. They sleep communally to conserve energy. They communicate through electrical signals. They use trains to move food. They feel the signal's origin, Kepler 22b, and they're building a massive antenna to broadcast into space. Because survival isn't the goal,
expansion is. Just like the virus before them, the joined must move on once resources run thin. But one moment feels wrong. When Carol asks why trains are necessary, Zosa hesitates. The answer, food distribution, feels rehearsed. Even the train encounter itself feels staged. What if Zosa, after her near-death experience, gained something the others don't have, the ability to lie? So here's the real question. Is Zosa helping Carol or grooming her? And did Zosa return to the hive because she believes in it, or because she was afraid to be alone again? Drop your theories in the comments. I want to read them. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.